Guys, I want to say something. Me talking to people and doing those things. Me talking to people and doing those things. And me going on a website and talking to people. People want to get on a website and tell people, oh, I don't want to tell nobody my business, but they act some type of way. And I know this one girl named Jasmine, she was on there. I don't tell people all our business. You know, you don't want me to open up, you don't want me to do things, and y'all act all stuck up in the Dallas women act all stuck up, but y'all don't want people to be on y'all business. I'm like, dealing with this girl, Jasmine, that stayed in Carrollton, Texas, and she was a Greener cousin. And like people just the behavior of people, man, is in a certain way that we can't understand in those demeaning. I had Tyrese White tried to say something about, I don't know what her deal is, on some other stuff. She tried to stop my connection or something. I caught on to some smart shit. And I'm not worried about that because me and Tyrese is cool. I'm trying not to get in there, but she's on some other throwing punch lines or some other stuff to try to get what she wants. So it's other things that going on. I'm not even worried about when I catch on to that situation. I got too much going on, Me and Tyrese cool, but I got too much going on. So we talked about open relationship on our last broadcast when I was on here. Yeah. Right there. You got to change it? You got to change it? What you got to do? We talked about open relationship, but we just talked about people not understanding us and what we mean about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What Android charger? No, I don't have an Android charger at this moment. Not that I'm using. You're
I like a regular Android charger. I like your type of charger. Two chargers.
No, I don't have those. Everybody, those things. Oh, and I tried, and I tried to tell like the reason why those things that. Man, people's asking like calling me selfish and all that in my apartment, and coming stepping up next door to my apartment in Addison, and things were getting in a difficult way. And Joe Biden put me in this difficult situation, and Trump put me in this situation, but that is not the
Top
situation.
neighborhoods in Frisco, Texas. We'll look at neighborhood amenities, nearby attractions,
and those things. But I just wanted to tell, but we talked about open relationship. I talked about that. But at the same time, we are talking about what the topic is. We just talking about anything, right? The relationships, website, dating websites. And we talking about how this girl Jasmine act like you want. All right, y'all don't want me to open up, and women getting mad and everybody getting mad. Like, bam. Like I was actually working in Addison. My brother was working in Addison, and this girl wanted to smash, and working at this Addison place, and he got a little bit mad. It's not my fault that she said she want, I didn't mean to cause confusion at their job, and I was just trying to do that, man. So, my brother used to work at this place in Addison not Addison, towards Plano. And me and these girls used to talk and have that great communication. And we used to talk. over there towards playing on this business where I used to stay over the bridge toward this place over there by Willabin Mall over there. And we used to talk a lot. And she said, I want to, man. I said, okay, okay. It was, I ain't with all the bullshit. I ain't getting with the shit, you know. But it was a different thing about me when I was much younger, being in that relationship, and other people was mad because I went across that line, and you know what I'm saying. And I think that was the most problem where I had in those things in my past. But me and all of those things. So you know what I'm saying. I said I don't look. I didn't mind all of that bullshit going on. I did not mind of me being in an open relationship and doing all of that, doing threesomes, foursomes. I didn't mind all of those things. You know what I'm saying? That's what I did mind. But the situation when you're being loyal and people want you to cross that line, and I'm dealing with Sabina now, and this girl named Cora get mad, and then when I give her a chance after we break up, she tell me after me and Sabina broke up, she do conniving shit. I say, that's how you want to get back at people? Like because somebody turned you down? Like I had to deal with this girl. Like me and Rick, she got a baby now. Like, and she used to complain about us. She didn't used to couldn't have baby me and Rick. And I'm like, hold up. You used to complain. Then when I turn you down because I'm in a relationship, and then I give you a chance after me and Sabina break up, and then you flip it around. You gotta watch out for that type of behavior, man. Like you gotta understand those type of shit. But I actually told my brother the other day he came in, I can't be around women that ain't strong enough for me. And that is the main thing. I can't Sabina, all the rest, you're not strong enough. Me, it takes a strong man to not pay attention to bullshit. And I gotta have that strong woman that can stick through different things that not pay attention to that other bullshit. And I didn't have those strong women in my life and dating stuff, and all of that stuff. So when I was in my CPS class, we talked about stuff, and that was the most important thing where we had that great communication because in Carrollton we had that great communication, and I was able to tell them so much, and I wasn't worried about what if they still doing it with each other. And like we talked about, I said, "Fucking man, I don't give a fuck," because when you love somebody, that those things don't matter at the end of the day with all of that bullshit that going on. And somebody told me something that was close, like April B2K baby run that was close. That didn't matter at the end of the day when love is more important than sticking by the side. I always thought to myself that Sabrina was going to tell me when she was ready. I asked her like 30 times, and I always thought to myself, even though Demira told me, and Demira was told me, and I always thought, all right, there's a reason why she's not, when she get time, Demira telling me constantly, constantly. All right, now just give it more. And me and Demira argued about that. Me and Marissa argued about that. Like, You know, we argued about those things, and I tell them when and that stuff that happened in Dallas County, and the character with the Facebook, with the girl on Facebook, that the model girl that was talking that shit on Facebook was going on. Let me tell you why I got this tattoo on my hand. Because one time, I'm gonna tell you why I got Sabina's name on my hand, and I'm gonna let you know I got it for validation because I know shit was gonna happen with Mirza and them and their friends, and I know this was gonna because me and Sabina we always communicate off of music, and it's a song by Beyonce and Lil Beyonce and Jay Z that Beyonce Justin Timberlake you put the hands on my and one day I saw Mirza got a friend on Facebook. He messaged him, and you always using people. And this guy was talking about me, and he tossed the phone. So I know Sabina friends was gonna some Mirza friends was gonna be some of Mirza friends was gonna be a pain in the neck in my rear view. So you know, as Spark Dog and Tum Tum and the rest of them 7 Up, y'all want to be on that song that me and Sabina would have got. Y'all didn't come up, y'all wouldn't have been on that song and me and Sabina wouldn't have got into arguments. Spark Dog, baby. They got a lot of Texas nigga that Lil Diamond did song with me and Sabina kept breaking up and y'all niggas hopping on song. Let's talk about it, Dallas and Carrollton, Texas. Let's talk about it. I want to tell you something. Nobody knows, and I want people in Dallas, Rapper, and Carrollton, nobody know that last conversation with me and Sabina mom and them had when they said it wasn't time yet for us to be together. We've been arguing since we was kids, and they don't know the fullest situation of those things. So those are the things that we argued about. So I don't care if Sabina lie and deny whatever. I don't care at the end of the day. It's not about her. It's really not. Like Handy said, we've been communicating, and she said you can't be a patriot, but I always been that chapter. I always been that chapter because I always Handy said something in the interview. I always been that chapter because I wanted more. I'm not just the money and anything, but that P Diddy said that I wanted more. You know, it's not about the money, and I wanted more. And I got mad at him. I got mad at Sabina mom and them. And them, when is gonna be time then? We've been arguing since kids. When is gonna be time then? So I want y'all to just please, man. People in Carrollton, Mirza don't got nothing to do with me and Sabina's business. Please, man, this don't got nothing to do with you. This don't got nothing to do with Dallas and Carrollton. You know, this don't got nothing to do with you. But I'm not gonna wait forever. I'm not gonna wait when your little brother and them told me to leave and everybody when we was kids and everybody told me, you know what's good for no, I'm not gonna wait forever. I stayed when I was supposed to leave. And that's my fault. When Mirrors and them was doing me wrong in the mirror, and I'm gonna make sure that don't happen again. That was my fault. But when we get on these Christian websites, I got on the Christian girl said just said stupid thing. Oh, you think Jesus God? I said, hold up. Let's talk about it before you hang up on a Christian app. Let's talk about it before you hang up on the Christian app. So me, this is between me and Sabina family. If Sabina don't come forward and talk this, that's on her, man. I ain't getting into that stuff with people and people all in our business. I ain't getting into that stuff. But I'm not gonna keep waiting. We wanted to have kids as kids, and I'm gonna talk about me and Sabina wanted to have kids when we was younger. I wanted to wait because I was so busy trying to gain her mama trust. And that was more important to me than just us having sex alone with those things. We along in Mirror's house. And I turned my head because that was more important to me. The trust from Sabina's dad was more trust. That was more important to me in anything when we was a kid. And I think when me and Sabina and us in that relationship, I knew what I had to do. And I can see when if I'm coming in there with my kid and how that can affect her in ways. And her mama tell me, that's not my kid. That is my kid, and I can still take care of us and have a kid. That's not the problem. And take care of my kid. It don't have to be like that. It didn't really have to be like that. Yeah. So it's charging here. It didn't have to be like that. It's still charging here. It was at 75% here. So it didn't have to be at that chapter with that situation. So in Carrollton, Texas, with me and Sabina. So um you know you know um and that's the thing. And one of the things I know with Sabina and Carrollton and her friends and Demir used to say, "Oh, I don't like the way y'all act towards each other and do all this." You want me to say, yeah, huggy? One of my friends, Cece's sisters, stepsisters, one of my friends' sister used to, when we stayed in Carrollton over there, used to sneak in my window and I put the stuff on the couch. I put the sheet on the thing and we used to just talk, me and Chantel, Cece's sister, and we didn't have no sex. One time I wanted to get Sabina attention so much because of Demir telling me things. And I just said that to piss her off. You know what I'm saying? And I just said that to just piss her off, and I know it wasn't that true because the mirror told me this and this and that, and that's the truth. So when those things are not going on and those things are not going on in their format and not going on, how can we understand more of it? How can we understand more of the situation? So this is not nothing to do with Carrollton in Texas. I want them to stay out of my business, stay out of me and Sabina's business. And one day, if she decides to take it on, but I'm not gonna wait forever. So me discussing things, I'm not gonna wait forever. So when we sit in the house and Mary's house and we kissing on each other and doing things, we have enough time. It's up to her, but jealousy from family ain't gonna cut it. It's up to Sabina and Mary's. It's a jealousy from family and friends ain't gonna cut it. I'd rather stay away from that than be bothered with that. Have you turned that up? Whatever, make that. So, you know, those with that situation, you're not drinking that, you're not eating that. Those the things with that situation. You know, I was in a car riding with this Nikki girlfriend. We're gonna talk about that in the next topic. Let's stop this. Hold on.
Have not talked to in a while. Okay, I do see that.